Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation. Today, we will be exploring the Masonic audiobook library, focusing on ancient mysteries and their connection to Masonry. Over the next few slides, we'll delve into fascinating stories, historical insights, and the mysteries that link these ancient traditions to Freemasonry. I'm glad you're here, and I look forward to sharing this intriguing journey with you. Let's take a look at the contents of today's presentation. We'll start with an introduction to ancient mysteries, exploring the intriguing secrets and knowledge from the past. Then, we'll delve into the origins of Masonry, tracing its roots back to ancient secret schools that held hidden wisdom. Next, we'll examine the Great Pyramid, which is often seen as a repository of cosmic knowledge, containing symbols and structures that point to a deeper understanding of the universe. We'll also discuss the fascinating connections between different ancient civilizations, revealing how they might have shared or exchanged ideas across vast distances. Following that, we'll explore the mystical implications of these civilizations, considering how their beliefs and practices continue to influence us today. Then, we'll look into various historical theories about how the peopling of America occurred, shedding light on early migrations and cultural exchanges. We'll also examine the symbolism and rituals found in ancient cultures, which often encode profound spiritual and philosophical concepts. Finally, we'll wrap up with a conclusion on how these ancient mysteries form a lasting legacy within Masonry, inspiring ongoing inquiry and understanding. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how all these points connect to reveal a picture of enduring wisdom and hidden truths from our distant past. Welcome to the fascinating world of ancient mysteries. In this slide, we'll explore some of the most intriguing questions and puzzles from the past. These mysteries have captivated historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike, often challenging our understanding of history and human achievement. As we delve into these topics, you'll see how they connect to the broader theme of uncovering hidden truths and exploring our shared heritage. The key points we'll cover include remarkable archaeological discoveries, enigmatic structures, and the theories that attempt to explain their origins. Ultimately, these mysteries remind us that despite our advancements, there's still so much about our ancient past that remains shrouded in wonder and curiosity. Let's delve into the overview of ancient mysteries. When we talk about ancient mysteries, we're referring to esoteric traditions and rituals from ancient societies. These often involve hidden knowledge, spiritual practices, and exploring the mysteries of existence itself. Interestingly, these ancient traditions have influenced modern secret societies, such as Masonry, shaping their rituals and symbols. Understanding their importance in a historical context is crucial. Ancient mysteries helped shape cultural identities across civilizations. They influenced philosophical thought and spiritual practices, laying the groundwork for many esoteric traditions that followed. In fact, they provided foundational knowledge that later generations, including those in Masonry, built upon. Now, in terms of their role today, these mysteries continue to influence how we interpret knowledge, spirituality, and fraternity. Through their rituals and symbols, they help shape contemporary views on community and personal growth. Essentially, the ancient traditions still resonate, informing modern Masonry's focus on enlightenment and brotherhood. So, in summary, ancient mysteries are more than just relics of the past. They are the roots of many of the spiritual and philosophical ideas we explore today. They connect the ancient world with our ongoing pursuit of understanding ourselves and the universe around us. Let's explore how the ancient mysteries have influenced Western thought, starting with some key philosophical concepts. These mysteries, often expressed through rituals and symbols, helped shape ideas like dualism, the notion that reality has two fundamental parts, enlightenment and morality. These ideas didn't just stay in ancient times, they had a lasting impact, especially within esoteric traditions and secret societies like Freemasonry. Moving on, these ancient mysteries continue to influence modern spiritual practices. They serve as a bridge, connecting the wisdom of the past with contemporary interpretations as individuals seek personal and collective enlightenment. Finally, it's important to see how these mysteries deeply shaped Western thought overall. They emphasized esoteric knowledge, hidden or secret wisdom, and symbolism, both of which fueled the quest for truth. This influence extended into philosophies, religions, and secret societies, notably Masonry, which still carries forward these ancient ideas today. So, in essence, these mysteries are a foundational thread woven through much of Western intellectual and spiritual history, continually inspiring new paths to understanding ourselves and the universe. Let's explore the origin of Masonry in ancient secret schools. Throughout history, many secret societies and mystical schools have played a role in shaping what we now recognize as Masonry. These schools were often hidden from the public eye, passing down esoteric knowledge and spiritual teachings through secret rites and symbols. They aimed to preserve wisdom that was considered too powerful or dangerous for the uninitiated. Masonry, in many ways, is a descendant of these ancient traditions, blending spiritual development with moral and philosophical teachings. Understanding this connection helps us see Masonry not just as a fraternity, but as a continuation of a long-standing tradition of secret schools dedicated to enlightenment and personal transformation. This historical context really ties into the broader theme of how esoteric knowledge has been preserved and transmitted through the ages. Let's explore the historical roots of Masonry and understand how it connects to ancient cultures. Masonry's origins can be traced back to secret schools of the past, where knowledge was kept hidden and shared among select groups. These schools drew from Egyptian, Greek, and Roman traditions, blending spiritual teachings, moral lessons, and shared knowledge that were vital to the development of early civilizations. These secret schools weren't just about rituals. They fostered a sense of community and understanding among initiates, who sought deeper spiritual enlightenment. Over time, influenced by philosophers and thinkers, these early groups established core beliefs and rituals that laid the foundation for what we now recognize as Masonry. This evolution reflects a universal quest for knowledge and moral betterment, connecting ancient spiritual pursuits with modern principles. Recognizing these origins helps us appreciate Masonry not just as a tradition, but as a continuation of humanity's enduring search for wisdom, enlightenment, and moral growth. Let's talk about sacred symbols and teachings. Throughout history, symbols have played a crucial role in rituals. Ancient secret schools used these symbols to convey profound teachings that went beyond words. These symbols added deep meaning to rituals, helping individuals undergo personal transformation and ensuring that sacred knowledge was preserved across generations. Now, when we look at Masonry, we see that it traces its roots back to these very ancient secret schools. In these traditions, sacred symbols and esoteric teachings were essential tools for transmitting mystical insights. They protected and preserved this knowledge through initiation processes and allegories, making sure the wisdom endured over time. This brings us to the role of initiation in Masonry. Initiation is not just a ceremony, it's a transformative experience. It connects members to the ancient traditions, allowing them to access sacred knowledge. It also emphasizes the importance of symbols, how they serve as gateways to understanding deeper truths, ultimately fostering both personal growth and a sense of community. So, in essence, symbols and initiation are at the heart of this tradition, helping us carry forward a rich legacy of spiritual and mystical insight. Now, let's explore the idea that the Great Pyramid serves as a repository of cosmic knowledge. What does that really mean? Well, many scholars and researchers believe that the pyramid wasn't just a tomb or a monument, but also a vessel containing ancient wisdom about the universe. It's thought to encode information about celestial cycles, the alignment of stars, and even spiritual principles that connect us to the cosmos. This concept is fascinating because it suggests that the pyramid is more than stone and mortar. It's a kind of cosmic library, holding keys to understanding the universe's mysteries. When we look at its precise construction, its alignment with celestial bodies, and the symbolic elements embedded within, it starts to feel like a deliberate attempt to connect the earthly and the divine through architecture. Connecting this to our overall theme, it highlights how ancient civilizations may have viewed their monuments as gateways to higher knowledge. The Great Pyramid, in particular, may have been designed as a cosmic compass or a spiritual map, guiding us to comprehend the vastness of the universe and our place within it. It's a powerful reminder of the sophistication and depth of ancient understanding, often encoded in structures that have stood the test of time. Let's take a closer look at the engineering marvels of the Great Pyramid. Its precise alignments and advanced engineering techniques really reflect a deep understanding of ancient cosmic principles. It's fascinating to see how these structures showcase sophisticated mathematical and astronomical knowledge, which were integral to their architectural brilliance. Moving on to the mathematical and astronomical alignments, the pyramid's high level of precision reveals an advanced grasp of geometry and celestial navigation. This wasn't just about construction. It was about connecting with the cosmos, demonstrating ancient wisdom and a profound relationship between architecture and the universe. When we consider the symbolism in its design, the dimensions and alignments aren't arbitrary. They symbolize the cosmic order. This design reflects an ancient understanding of astronomy and geometry, reinforcing the idea that architecture was a way of embodying universal principles. Overall, these engineering features highlight how the Great Pyramid is much more than a tomb. It's a reflection of the sophisticated knowledge and spiritual connection the ancient Egyptians had with the cosmos. Let's explore the theories of cosmic knowledge. The pyramid texts are central here. These ancient inscriptions reveal how the Egyptians viewed the cosmos, life after death, and the divine. They suggest that the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb, but also a conduit for cosmic knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. Think of it as a gateway to understanding higher truths. The pyramid is believed to function as a portal, facilitating access to higher realms of spiritual and cosmic wisdom. This idea ties into its precise alignment and mathematical proportions, which symbolize the Masonic pursuit of esoteric wisdom. Masons see the pyramid as a reflection of universal truths, bridging the earthly and the celestial. So, in essence, the Great Pyramid embodies a connection, not just to the divine in ancient Egypt, but also to the deeper, universal mysteries that many spiritual traditions seek to understand. Let's take a closer look at the connections between ancient civilizations. Throughout history, these early societies didn't develop in isolation. In fact, they often influenced each other in fascinating ways. For example, trade routes like the Silk Road facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between distant cultures. This interconnectedness helped spread innovations such as writing systems, religious beliefs, and architectural techniques. Recognizing these links highlights how human progress is a collective effort, built upon shared knowledge across different civilizations. Understanding these connections enriches our overall view of history, showing us that even in ancient times, the world was more interconnected than we might assume. Let's explore the overview of ancient civilizations, starting with Atlantis and Lemuria. These legendary places are often discussed together because they share fascinating similarities. Both are thought to possess advanced knowledge, deep spiritual practices, and have mysterious disappearances that continue to intrigue us. Their stories suggest there might have been interconnected cultural influences, and perhaps even lost wisdom that we're still trying to uncover today. Moving on to Egypt's role in the ancient world, it's clear that this civilization played a crucial part in shaping our history. Their expertise in architecture, mathematics, and astronomy was truly remarkable. These advancements didn't stay isolated. They influenced neighboring civilizations and sparked further progress. Egypt's legacy is visible in many aspects of ancient development, and understanding this helps us see how knowledge was shared and built upon through time. Finally, let's look at the civilizations of the Americas, like the Maya and Aztec. These cultures developed incredibly sophisticated architectural techniques and had a deep understanding of astronomy. Their accomplishments suggest there were connections to other ancient practices around the world, including those later embraced by Masonry and other traditional crafts. Recognizing these links helps us appreciate the universality of human ingenuity and the shared pursuit of knowledge across different civilizations. All of these points tie into the larger theme of this presentation: how ancient peoples across the globe were interconnected in their pursuit of wisdom, spiritual understanding, and technological advancement. Now, let's explore shared mystical practices across ancient civilizations. What's fascinating here is how different cultures, despite their geographical differences, often believed in the mystical power of geometry, sacred symbols, and rituals. These elements weren't just decorative. They represented a common pursuit of knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. It's as if they were all reaching for a deeper understanding of the universe through interconnected practices. Moving on, we see that ancient civilizations also used symbolic representation in their art to communicate complex ideas. These symbols conveyed spirituality and shared beliefs, creating a visual language that connected people across generations and cultures. Think of it as a form of storytelling that transcended words, fostering cultural bonds through shared motifs and visual narratives. Finally, what ties all these points together is the idea that these shared mystical practices, whether through symbols, rituals, or architectural marvels, point to a unified understanding of the universe and human existence. It's a reminder that, across time and space, humanity has always sought to connect with something greater, using symbols and practices that continue to inspire us today. This overall theme underscores how interconnected and universal these spiritual pursuits truly are. Let's explore the mystical implications of ancient civilizations. Throughout history, many ancient cultures have left us with fascinating mysteries and symbols that continue to captivate our imagination. These civilizations often integrated spirituality, astronomy, and mythology into their daily lives, suggesting a deeper connection to the universe. When we analyze their monuments, texts, and rituals, we start to see patterns that hint at a shared understanding of cosmic principles. This raises intriguing questions about how ancient peoples perceived the universe and their place within it. Connecting this to our overall theme, it's clear that their mystical practices might reveal insights into humanity's timeless quest for knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. By studying these ancient civilizations, we gain not only historical insights, but also a richer appreciation of our ongoing search for meaning beyond the material world. Let's explore the fascinating concept of lost civilizations. Myths about Atlantis often suggest that it was a society with advanced knowledge and spiritual insight. These stories hint at a lost civilization whose wisdom not only influenced ancient cultures, but also played a role in shaping modern Masonry. In fact, there's a captivating idea that esoteric traditions and historical narratives are interconnected through these ancient influences. Moving on to the myths and legends of Atlantis itself, we see that they often emphasize themes like spiritual evolution, telepathy, and sacred geometry. These teachings have deeply influenced modern esoteric practices and traditions. They reveal a profound connection to ancient wisdom that continues to resonate within the Masonry community today. And then there's Lemuria, which offers mystical teachings centered around spiritual growth, telepathy, and sacred geometric principles. These teachings have left a lasting impact on contemporary esoteric thought, inspiring new ways to interpret spiritual symbols and practices. It's a reminder of how ancient civilizations' mystical insights still shape our understanding and pursuit of hidden knowledge. Ultimately, the mystical teachings from these ancient societies continue to influence modern esoteric studies. They inspire us to explore new interpretations of spiritual practices, deepen our symbolic understanding, and seek out the concealed truths that lie beneath the surface. This ongoing connection between past and present underscores the enduring relevance of these ancient civilizations in our quest for wisdom. Let's explore how ancient civilizations continue to influence our modern societies through various channels. One of the most fascinating aspects is the resurgence of cultural revivals and growing interest in esoteric knowledge. These ancient mystical traditions inspire contemporary spiritual practices and spark curiosity about secret societies that have preserved hidden knowledge for centuries. Secret societies, in particular, play a significant role. They originated in ancient times and have maintained mystical symbols and rituals, which still impact modern governance and cultural values today. Their emphasis on secrecy and initiation adds an element of mystery that continues to shape societal beliefs. Furthermore, many ancient civilizations infuse their beliefs with mysticism. Think of symbols, rituals, and philosophies that have endured through the ages. These elements connect us to historical spiritual practices and influence modern esoteric traditions. So, in essence, The mystical aspects of ancient cultures are not just relics of the past. They actively shape our current understanding of spirituality and societal values. This ongoing influence underscores how deep-rooted and enduring these ancient mysteries truly are. Let's take a look at some of the key historical theories about how the Americas were first populated. Over the years, scholars have proposed different ideas to explain how people arrived here. One of the most widely accepted theories is the Bering Land Bridge hypothesis. This suggests that during the last ice age, sea levels dropped, exposing a land bridge between Asia and North America. Early peoples migrated across this bridge in search of new resources and opportunities. Another interesting theory is the coastal migration hypothesis. It proposes that some of the earliest settlers may have traveled along the Pacific coast using boats or walking along the shoreline. This route might have allowed them to settle in different parts of the continent even before the inland migration through the land bridge. These theories are important because they help us understand the complex ways humans moved and adapted to new environments. They also connect to the overall theme of human resilience and exploration, how people have always found ways to reach new lands and build communities. Recognizing these different theories gives us a richer picture of our shared history and the diverse origins of the peoples of the Americas. Let's explore some of the main migration theories that have shaped our understanding of how the Americas were populated. Starting with traditional historical models, these suggest that most early Americans migrated across the Bering Land Bridge from Asia. According to this view, there were mainly a few waves of migration that led to the diverse indigenous cultures we see across the continent today. However, recent research findings are challenging this traditional perspective. New archaeological evidence indicates that there were multiple waves of migration, not just one, and that people may have used various routes to reach the Americas. In fact, some evidence points to humans arriving earlier than previously believed, suggesting a more complex and dynamic migration history. Then, there are theories about ancient advanced civilizations. Some propose that these civilizations had sophisticated navigation skills, which could have enabled long-distance ocean travel. This idea opens up the possibility that early peoples might have made transoceanic voyages long before Columbus, contributing to the early settlement of America. Connecting all these points to our overall theme, understanding these migration theories helps us appreciate the complexity and richness of the human story in the Americas. It reminds us that our history is still evolving as new discoveries challenge old ideas and deepen our understanding. Let's explore the fascinating connection to ancient mysteries. When we look at esoteric interpretations of pre-Columbian cultures, we see how some theories suggest these early societies were linked not just by migration, but by shared symbols and sacred geometry. These connections point to a deeper, perhaps hidden, understanding of ancient wisdom that resonates with themes of masonry and spiritual knowledge. Moving on, there are also various theories proposing that advanced ancient technologies and knowledge played a crucial role in the peopling of America. These ideas highlight how intricate migration patterns might be tied to mysterious technologies and practices that we often associate with ancient masonry and sacred traditions. Finally, these historical theories suggest that the ancient migrations didn't just shape the physical landscape, they also influenced spiritual beliefs. Indigenous and esoteric traditions appear to be intertwined, and these influences continue to shape modern spirituality and the symbolism found in Masonry today. So overall, these connections deepen our understanding of how ancient mysteries still echo through history, culture, and spiritual practices. Let's explore how symbolism and rituals played a vital role in ancient cultures. These elements were not just about tradition. They served as powerful tools to express beliefs, values, and social structures. Symbols, whether in art, architecture, or everyday objects, often carried deeper meanings that conveyed spiritual or cultural messages. Rituals, on the other hand, helped reinforce community bonds and connect people to their deities or ancestors. They often marked significant life events or seasonal changes, creating a sense of continuity and shared identity. By understanding these practices, we gain insight into how ancient societies made sense of their world and maintained social cohesion. This connection between symbolism and rituals highlights their importance in shaping cultural identity, something that resonates even today as we study the foundations of human civilization. Let's explore how ancient cultures used symbols like the compass, square, and circle to communicate deeper meanings. These symbols often represented spirituality, unity, and the cosmos, serving as visual tools to express shared beliefs and practices. They appeared in rituals and architecture, helping communities connect with the divine and understand their place in the universe. Moving on to rituals, these were essential for unifying societies. They conveyed common beliefs and reinforced social structures, often using symbols to help people grasp life's mysteries, including those of life and death. Rituals created a sense of shared purpose and continuity within the community. Now, when we look at Masonry, we see that it thoughtfully adopts these ancient symbols. This tradition reflects a belief in spirituality and enlightenment that spans cultures and centuries. By integrating these powerful motifs, Masonry not only honors historical practices, but also deepens the meaning of its rituals, creating a bridge between the past and the present. Finally, understanding these symbols helps us see how ancient peoples communicated complex ideas visually. They used symbols as universal language, tools to express spiritual truths and societal values, an approach that remains relevant in modern symbolism and rituals today. Rituals in ancient cultures often served as a bridge to the divine, allowing participants to connect spiritually and seek guidance through symbolic actions and communal practices. These rituals were more than just ceremonies. They were a way to enact transformative experiences that aligned individuals with higher powers or universal truths. When we look at these ancient practices, we see that they were carefully crafted to convey symbolic meaning, fostering a sense of community cohesion and spiritual connection. They reflected the core values and beliefs of those cultures, passing down wisdom and traditions through generations. As these rituals evolved over time, their forms and meanings adapted, but the fundamental purpose remained: to create a link between the human and the divine. Today, in modern contexts like Masonry, we interpret ancient symbols and rituals with a focus on communal bonding and personal transformation. This modern perspective highlights a deeper understanding of the significance behind these rituals. They are not just relics of the past, but living practices that continue to foster spiritual growth and unity among members. Ultimately, the power of rituals lies in their ability to connect us, whether to the divine, to each other, or to our inner selves, and to facilitate meaningful, transformative experiences. So, as we reach the conclusion of our journey, let's reflect on the legacy of ancient mysteries in Masonry. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how these age-old secrets and symbols continue to influence and shape Masonic traditions today. They serve as a bridge, connecting us to our historical roots and reminding us of the enduring quest for knowledge and enlightenment. The mysteries of the past are not just relics, they are living elements that inspire moral and spiritual growth. By understanding these ancient influences, we deepen our appreciation for the rich tapestry that Masonry weaves, one woven with symbolism, history, and a shared pursuit of truth. Ultimately, this legacy challenges us to carry forward the mystery, curiosity, and wisdom into our own paths. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've discussed. Ancient civilizations have had a profound influence on Masonry, embedding their mysteries into symbols, rituals, and philosophies that still resonate today. These elements continue to shape our contemporary practices and beliefs, creating a rich tapestry of tradition and meaning. When we look at Masonry's role, it becomes clear that preserving this ancient knowledge is crucial. Masonry acts as a bridge, symbolically connecting us to the wisdom of past civilizations and fostering a deep appreciation for their insights. This legacy of ancient mysteries lives on through our symbolism, rituals, and our ongoing commitment to esoteric knowledge. It's about maintaining mystical traditions across generations, ensuring that these sacred teachings continue to inspire and guide us. Ultimately, this continuity is what keeps the essence of these ancient mysteries alive within Masonry today. ancient mysteries continue to influence modern Masonry in profound ways. They inspire us to make new discoveries and offer fresh interpretations of old knowledge. This ongoing exploration keeps us connected to our historical roots while also shaping contemporary practices. As we delve into these mysteries, we deepen our understanding of symbolism, ethics, and the personal journey toward enlightenment. The legacy of these ancient secrets helps us bridge the gap between the past and the present, fostering a richer appreciation of tradition and wisdom. Looking ahead, the influence of these mysteries will likely guide future exploration, encouraging us to keep questioning and discovering. Ultimately, this ongoing dialogue between history and modernity ensures that the lessons of the past continue to inspire and inform our path forward. Let's take a moment to look at the references. This slide highlights the key sources that have informed and supported the content we've discussed today. References are crucial because they give credibility to our information and show the foundation of research behind our points. They also serve as a resource for anyone interested in exploring the topic further. Throughout this presentation, we've relied on reputable studies, reports, and expert insights to build a comprehensive understanding. Connecting these references back to our overall theme emphasizes the importance of evidence-based approaches in our field. So, I encourage you to review these sources if you'd like to deepen your knowledge or verify the information. Let's take a closer look at primary sources, starting with ancient texts and artifacts. These materials are incredibly valuable because they reveal symbolic connections to Masonry, giving us insight into the historical practices and beliefs that form the foundation of modern interpretations of architectural and philosophical traditions within Freemasonry. Essentially, they help us understand how ancient cultures viewed knowledge, craftsmanship, and moral lessons. Moving on to historical documents, these writings shed light on the core beliefs and rituals of the cultures that came before us. They highlight how these ancient ideas and practices influenced the development of Masonry's symbolic language and organizational structures. So, in studying these sources, we see a direct link between the past and the present, showing how ancient wisdom continues to shape Masonic traditions today. Overall, these primary sources serve as vital links to our history, helping us appreciate the deep roots of the symbols, rituals, and philosophies we explore in the broader context of Freemasonry. Now, let's explore how modern interpretations shed light on these ancient mysteries. Today, many scholars see these symbols and stories not just as old legends, but as meaningful tools within Masonry. They often emphasize that these elements serve to foster personal growth, help members gain secret knowledge, and build strong bonds within the community. It's about more than just history. It's about what these symbols can do for us today. Additionally, scholarly articles and books delve into how these ancient mysteries have influenced Masonic rituals over time. They highlight the importance of symbolism and philosophical principles that are rooted in long-standing traditions and esoteric knowledge. This shows us that Masonry is deeply connected to a rich heritage of spiritual and philosophical ideas, which continue to inspire and guide members. Overall, these modern interpretations help us understand that the symbolism and traditions we see today are part of a continuous thread, linking ancient wisdom with contemporary brotherhood. Thank you so much for joining me today and exploring the Masonic audiobook library together. I hope you've gained a deeper understanding of how this resource can enrich your Masonic journey. Remember, the library is a valuable tool for education, reflection, and growth, providing access to a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. I encourage you to take advantage of these audiobooks to deepen your understanding of our traditions and teachings. Once again, thank you for your time and attention. I look forward to seeing how you incorporate these insights into your own Masonic experience.